Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Thank you so much for joining me. We are continuing to play in an altered book. I had glued some pages together in the back of the book, and I utilized those today with some windows and some resin. Very, very fun. Lori, shout out to you, for passing along the snippets. I do have a link for that. I will put that under this video for the YouTube Village and the Village of Painted Hands. The Lori's snippet link will be under this video. Thank you so much. Also, Lori, I got some happy mail from you, so thank you so much. Some amazing focal points, just edgy enough. Love that. Okay, I want to remind you that we do have some workshops coming up in March, Christchurch, April, Dixon, California, October, Seattle, Washington, and November, Sarasota, Florida. So if you have some questions about those, some of those dates are on my website, LoriMarieJenkins.com. Also, if you're looking for some holiday gifts, Phyllis, my webmaster, is busy putting those little goodies on my website as well. I have blank cards, greeting cards that I have produced. They're a digital image that I produced. I have some monster key fobs. I have some magnets. I have some kits where you can make your own Christmas ornaments. I have handmade ornaments, both Christmas and non-Christmas, little wooden ones, very, very cute. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Phyllis is working hard to get those on the website, so hopefully you'll be able to go there and visit the $20 and under kind of Christmas gifts and order right there on the website. Also, we have our t-shirts, Lori Marie, underpants, go create, go play, go have fun, purple, eggplant, very fun. All right, enough from me. See you on the table. Oh my goodness, this is your project for today. This is in the back of that book where I had glued some pages together, and I made windows and I put goodies in the windows. And then I filled the windows with resin. So fun. This is my maternal grandmother. She was a seamstress for the Coors family. A couple of vintage buttons. That's me, and that's my sister, Penny, who's in Arizona right now with my dad. This is me, and this is Penny. And here's some vintage pins. April 1955. I imagine this was about the same time. Some hinges, some handles. Our textured background starts off like this, changes color when we add some paint to it. Some white dots, some compressed charcoal. Doodles, fun. Good morning. I'm going to go to the back of the book where I've glued some pages together, and I'm just going to cut a few windows in here, using my ruler as a straight guide, ha ha ha. And I will just draw some windows and cut them out with my X-Acto. As I cut the doors or the windows out, I'm going to save the top piece because I will probably be putting that back on. So I'm just going to keep digging this out until I reach the back of the book. All right, I have one window cut out. I'm going to cut out some more. I will just, again, trace a little square and cut it out with the help of my ruler and my X-Acto. I have all of the doors cut out. I'm putting some gel medium on the back of them to make sure that they are nice and sturdy, catching the sides where the pages are, so everything stays nice and glued together. Now we'll let those dry. I'm going to bring some gel medium in and paint it on the inside of these windows as well. Make sure everything is nice and secure. Let that dry. I'm going to use Pearl Papaya Orange. Oh. Paint the inside of those windows and the backs of the doors. All right, I have everybody painted. I'm just going to let everybody dry. I'm going to bring the doors in and just corner them off. So I've been playing around with some pictures that I think I'm going to put in these windows. Putting a little bit of the Van Dyke brown hue in the background there. I'm going to place these things and I'm going to go turn my wax on. So I do not use my own personal pictures in too many pieces. But this one seemed appropriate. This is a picture of my maternal grandmother, and she was the seamstress for the Coors family when I was very, very young. There she is, Grandma Pearl. This is me. That's my sister Penny, who's in Arizona right now. And this is where my seamstress grandmother sewed my mouth shut, and I don't blame her. Don't think I was a very happy baby. I'm just gluing these down with tacky glue. The year of this one was 1955, the year that this picture was taken. That's kind of fun. These are some vintage buttons. And some old pins. I'm going to seal these pictures with Mod Podge and then let them dry. I was going to put wax in here, but I think I'm going to put some resin in here. Alright, I have a product called Super Glaze, Part A resin, Part B activator. I just have a little ketchup cup because I don't need a whole bunch. And you pour equal amounts of each product into, I like to use a disposable cup because it's so sticky. So A and B, and stir it for 2 minutes. And I actually look at the clock and I stir it for 2 minutes. So go ahead and stir for 2 minutes. If I don't have enough resin for these, that's okay. I'll make another batch. All right, my timer went off. I'm going to pour the mixed resin into a clean cup. So this resin is self-leveling. It does have bubbles in it. Normally the bubbles will rise to the top and pop. We shall see what happens. I will be making more for that last image, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so the resin looks pretty good. A little vacant here and here. I'm okay with that. I'm going to let this dry. While the resin is drying, I'm going to put some hinges on the doors. And handles. So I have the resin that needs to dry, and I have the doors with the handles and the hinges on them that need to dry. Good morning, good morning. Look how delicious those are. Oh my goodness. Love resin. Just so much fun. All right, these are the doors that are going to go back on. They're not going to lie flat, and I am okay with that. Those are going to be fun. What I'd really like to do is to use the screws, these itty bitty screws, and screw these in. So I'm going to give that a try and see if the screws are too long. I think they're going to be okay. But I'll poke a hole here, and then I will install a screw. So it went in way crooked. I am okay with that. And it did not come through the back. So I'm going to go forward and put screws in all of these holes one at a time. So I'll put one here and then one here and then tighten it up in between. Oh my goodness, how fun. What I'm doing is I'm taking a very tiny drill bit and I'm just making a starter hole. And then I'm putting the screw in there. It's much, much easier if it has a starter hole. Very fun. We're not done with this page, but look how delicious. This has some hair in it because when it was drying, I stuck my foot in it, so it's got some fuzz in it. That's the only one I think that has the fuzz, though. So, there we go. Very, very fun. Bringing in some vintage photo. I'm hitting the backs of these doors. Yes, you could do that before they're attached, but that would take some forethought. Who has that? And I'm going to hit the edges with the black StazOn. Hit the edges of the page and the doors with a bit of StazOn. Just have fun and be playful with that. I'm going to play a little bit more on this back page, and I am going to glue some half circles on the bottom of the page. We have a lot going on there, so we'll see what happens. And I don't think I'm going to put any across the top because there's those delicious hinges there. But I think I'll add a little bit of fun stuff to the door there. This is the Pearl Papaya Orange, which we used on the inside of these windows. You know this is not dry, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. We'll just play. And I'm going to paint everything with that papaya. And we will let that dry. I'm going to bring my X-Acto in and just trim around that door. Do the same on this door. Fantastic. Now it's time to bring in my Stabilo and my doodles and have some fun with these 2 pages first. I've got these all loosened up so that they open. I'm going to bring in my compressed white chalk, my white charcoal. Just lighten some of this back up. Bring in my Stabilo, go around the edges of the page, around the edges of the semicircles, the half circles. All right, I have my doodles done. I'm just going to bring in a few white dots. And we're going to call that done. All right, your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun.